Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese have certainly shined in their first year in the WNBA, but they are only the beginning. More blossoming stars are in the pipeline and will soon reach the professional level. Some even making waves off the court right now. For more, we're joined by Meghan McKeown as part of our College Sports Week. She's a former college basketball player and a studio analyst for the WNBA on ION, which is owned by the EW Scripps Company. Good morning to you. Let's start with UConn's Paige Bueckers. She is one of those blossoming stars. She is reportedly taking full advantage of the new name, image, and likeness rules by signing a deal that will give her part ownership of a new basketball league called Unrivaled. She's believed to be the first NCAA athlete to strike this kind of deal. So what kind of doors will this unlock for women's sports as a whole?
NIL is massive right now. NIL standing for name, image, likeness, meaning that players can now profit off of exactly that, their name, their image, and likeness. To put this into perspective, way back in the day when I was in college, 2010 to 2014, I used to have to get approved by compliance at Northwestern that I could get paid to babysit kids. So we've come a long way from having to ask permission for something very mundane to now being able to invest in up-and-coming basketball leagues. Paige Bueckers is one of those athletes that has really taken a stance in terms of getting businesses. She has deals with Gatorade and Nike. She has nearly 1 million followers on Instagram. She's one of the most well-known names and faces in women's basketball. I love what she's been able to do and capitalize off of marketing herself. We are living in an era where these athletes are now legal to make money in college, but secondly, they're so good at marketing themselves on social media, better than what we've seen before. These athletes now have access to NBA-style agencies in college, agencies like CAA and Wasserman, which have repped NBA players for years, who have great marketing firms within the agencies. These athletes now have access to that, so they're able to get professional help in marketing themselves and creating brand deals and in selling things. And in fact, these players are so relatable, and these young women are wanting to be like Paige Bueckers, wanting to be like Juju Watkins or Haley Van Lith, that they're buying whatever these players are selling.
Let's talk about Juju Watkins. You just mentioned her. She's already being compared to Caitlin Clark. She broke the NCAA freshman scoring record. She is just starting her sophomore year. How can she use her time in the league to keep this momentum building that Caitlin Clark started?
USC is in a really interesting position. They just joined the Big Ten Conference. So now Juju Watkins has access to more TV rights deals. She now is going to have a coast-to-coast recognition and brand because USC is now going to travel for games all the way to the East Coast and the Midwest. You're going to see her on constant social media channels, on constant television channels. She's the type of player that's exciting to watch because she does the same style that Caitlin Clark does in terms of scoring at a high level. Juju Watkins had more than 50 points in a game this year against Stanford, who's one of the best defensive teams in women's basketball. It is so much fun to see some of this young talent come up, and Juju Watkins has been in the gym working with NBA players on her game, and she's able to put that out on social media. So she's getting a larger audience because these NBA fans that follow players like DeMar DeRozan are seeing that he's working out with Juju Watkins. So now they're going to tune in more and watch Juju play because they want to see what all the hype's about. And let me tell you, she is underhyped, if anything. Juju Watkins is one of the most exciting basketball players up and coming, somebody who is must-see television that you all have to make sure you put at least on your DVR. You got to catch her live if you can.
For sure. I got real quick, just 20 seconds here. A new CBS poll shows 62% of people think a woman will coach a men's Division I team by 2030. You think this is going to happen? And if so, who's it going to be?
Why not? Men are naturally born with a better sense of basketball knowledge. Of course, women have an opportunity to potentially coach to the next level. Dawn Staley is somebody I could totally see being a candidate for the men's game. She's already run 3 national titles at South Carolina. She's been to countless Final Fours. It's going to happen. It's going to happen soon. Women's basketball is on the rise, and it's only a matter of time before the men's side tries to snag one of these top basketball minds on the women's side.
It's certainly great just to see this excitement around the women's game right now, both the professional and college level. It's awesome. Basketball analyst Meghan McKeown, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it. And don't forget, the WNBA season is on ION every Friday night, highlighting the most action-packed games across the league all season long. We'll be right back.